Many graduating college without debt is impossible.
And now more people are defaulting on their loans.
The I-Team's Jermont Terry is here to explain the problem and show us ways you can turn bad debt around. Jermont.
Carol, failing to pay a student loan can lead you to think there's no end in sight. If you default, the government will eventually take the money from your paycheck. But it turns out those automatic payments don't always go toward paying off the debt.
These days, Mary Kessel relaxes by reading. A few months ago, all she did was worry.
It's been a real big toll on me.
Her headache came after she failed to pay her student loan. The Department of Education sent these letters requesting payment, letters Mary ignored.
At that age, I didn't care.
2 years went by and she eventually defaulted on the debt. Then a letter from the government arrived explaining they were taking action.
That we are going to garnish your wages.
Last April, the Department of Education started taking 15% from her part-time paycheck. Depending on how many hours she worked, $105, $120, or $154 were garnished. This all lasted for 6 months.
Taking so much money from me that sometimes I couldn't afford to eat.
Mary's situation isn't unique. Last year, students in Wisconsin graduated owing, on average, $33,000 in debt. A study out this week by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York revealed nationwide a significant jump in new delinquency. Loans 90 days or more past due peaked at 11.3%, and students borrowed 7% more than a year ago.
Student loan debt is placing people on the verge of financial crisis. They aren't buying homes or they can't afford to live on their own. And one of the biggest mistakes when faced with the garnishment, they believe the garnishment is paying off their debt.
You want to get in connection with whomever owns that loan and see what type of flexible plans are available.
Financial planner Michael Williams insists if you do nothing and let the garnishments occur, your account stays delinquent.
It's not the end of the world.
The only way to fix it is to pick up and call. You must set up additional payments. Then make the agreed payments in addition to the garnishment for at least 3 consecutive voluntary payments.
So much is going just towards your interest that they're not paying down what they thought they could be paying down.
Such was Mary's case. The Department of Education took nearly $1,800 from her paycheck after garnishing wages for 6 months. $200 applied towards her original $3,000 loan.
I basically wasn't making a dent in my loan at all.
Mary finally called and agreed on a settlement for $2,200. Bank statements show she paid 2 payments, $1,500 and $700, by the end of January. She thought her student loan nightmare was behind her until she filed her taxes. That was garnished too.
Definitely didn't play, and you know what? I messed up on that part. I'm definitely paying for it now.
Now, Mary is working to get reimbursed for the tax refund garnishment. That could take up to 6 months. And it's not just recent college students whose wages are getting garnished. Last year, the Department of Education garnished money from Social Security checks for more than 2 million people over the age of 60. So they're really coming after this debt.
Yeah, that's a lesson. Everybody needs to listen to that. Thank you very much, Jermont.